On the night of November 23rd, three impossible things happened. The moon glitched, time stalled, and the ocean spoke. Everyone believed these were separate events. But the truth is far darker. This is the leaked file. Delta minus 14. Delta-14 is the first universal consciousness signal ever recorded. It is not a dream, not a hallucination, not a malfunction of the brain. It is a transmission from another layer of reality. And it did not reach only one person. It reached 312 people, all at the exact same moment. Their EEG signatures collapsed into one pattern. Every subject that saw the same flash, the same shape, the same voice. No human system could ever synchronize minds on this scale, but Layer 3 could. The moon, distorted, shadows in Paris, moved ahead of their owners, and deep beneath the ocean, the machine awakened. For years, these anomalies were treated as separate mysteries, until the timestamps were aligned. Every event occurred at the exact same second, 03:14, 07 UTC. The first known synchronized fracture in our reality. One of the 312 was Subject K47. That night, he didn't dream. He connected to a frequency. Delta waves collapsed, theta rose, and then the gamma signal appeared. It was not generated by the brain. It was coming from outside our universe. Reality is layered. We exist on layer 1, the physical world, stable, predictable, bound by light and time. Layer 2 is different. It bends, it fluctuates, it breaks its own rules. And then there is layer 3, the interface region between universes. Delta minus 14 came from there. When K47 connected to the signal, his consciousness was forcibly tuned to layer 3, and once the connection locked, the interface region became visible for the first time. When the visual data was decoded, the team went silent. Nothing like this had ever been recorded. and the shadows were moving backward. This wasn't a dream construct. It was a place with rules of its own, and none of them matched ours. They called it Delta City. He stopped in front of the glass, as if something on the other side was waiting for him. The street was silent, too silent for a dream. And then the reflection changed, but not into a stranger. It was him, older, heavier, a deep scar across the left eye, a version of himself that should not exist. When the analysis came back, the result was impossible. 99.2% genetic match. Two fates, split by a single moment. Two versions of K-47, living the same day, but split by a single moment. On one timeline, he stayed home. On the other, he stepped outside, and the accident changed everything. A delta trace forms when two outcomes diverge so sharply that reality can no longer maintain a single path. The universe does not branch for every choice, only for the ones that break the frequency of your fate. Even after the split, the two versions remain connected, quantum threads pulling in opposite directions, yet tied to the same origin. K-47 woke up screaming, as if the dream had followed him back into the room. The chamber was sealed, silent, isolated from every frequency but his own breath. But the bruise on his chest was fresh, a wound carried over from another layer. A burst of DMT. The same surge recorded at the moment of death. appeared inside the pineal gland. But this wasn't a hallucination, it was a key. A chemical signal, designed to unbind consciousness from layer 1 and pull it toward layer 3. For a moment, K-47's mind was no longer human, no longer local, no longer bound to the body. It was aligned with the source of the signal. All anomalies share the same signature. Time freezing. The ocean machine awakening. The moon's distortion. Every one of them is the surface echo of layer 3. Delta minus 14 was never an isolated event. It was the first time the universe revealed its pattern. The signal wasn't sent by a human or a machine or by time itself. It was sent by a mind, but this mind does not belong to our universe. Delta minus 14 is only its echo. The source is still calling. All 312 subjects reported the same dream, the same voice, and the same sentence. The door won't close. The file appears to end here, but it doesn't.
If you can hear this, don't answer. Don't make a sound. They followed me through the signal. I thought it was a dream, but it isn't a dream anymore. The door won't close. I've tried so many times, but something keeps pulling it open. I can't see where I am. The room keeps changing. The walls bend when I look away. There's a voice behind me, but when I turn, there's nothing there. Just a signal.
Delta dash 14 is no longer transmitting. It is receiving. It is listening to every mind that touched the frequency, every dream, every fear, every attempt to close the door And K47 is not alone anymore. 312 minds are now tethered to the same source, all pulling against a door never meant to be closed. If you felt anything tonight, a whisper, a pressure, you're already part of it. The dream you saw tonight may not be yours. Do not wake up.